Plum here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to this week's vendor reset, the greatest on the interweb. It's May 7th and today's vendor video will cover my top picks, hot ticket, interesting items and must buy gear for the week. Remember to show your support if you enjoy or find this video helpful, a simple like is all that it takes, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Now all that's out of the way, it's time for the vendors, let's get stuck in. Starting at the countdown vendor this week, where we've got the Emmeline's Guard. The rolls aren't too bad, you can roll on damage to targets out of cover on this one, and it is a good little SMG. We've got the Leviosa.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Lavoisier. It's got a skill tier, status effect, and headshot damage. And the firm handshakes this week do miss the mark, I'm going to be passing on this one. If you need any of these items, visit your countdown vendor, but remember these will cost you countdown credits. Over at the Haven, Marco is looking very skimp as well. The only item that might be worth picking up for a few people is this 11% protection from Elites mod. Everything else unfortunately is not good. And unfortunately our old mate Roy next door isn't doing much better. This Araldi holster is the only one that might be worth picking up. At the White House this week we do have the Chain Killer chest. It does have low weapon damage, some crit hit damage and health. Even though the rolls on this one aren't great, if you're new to the game and you're looking to get into the Reanimator Global event, this item will do. Also this military AKM did catch my eye. It's already got damage to targets out of cover on it, so you can swap that talent to whatever you like. Inside at your clan vendor we do have the Pristine Example. This one's got weapon damage, headshot damage, and armor regen with perfect focus. This one's a good one to pick up. For the gear set items, you do have Eclipse knees that already have status effect on them, or you can always swap that to skill damage. The Hunter's Fury mask is awesome. It's already got max crit hit damage, so you could roll on armor to it, or you can even take that attribute and drop it into your library. And we've also got an Eclipse mask that's got repair skills, but because it already comes with that skill tier, you can roll on whatever attribute you like. Unfortunately, the rest of the gear is pretty terrible, I'm going to be skipping it. At the Theatre Settlement this week, we've got the Artist Tool again. I'm not a fan of it this update, but it might be okay in the future. And also we've got these Henny knee pads. They've got a skill tier, status effect, and skill damage. Swap the status to skill haste, good on a skill build. Now we're at the Castle Settlement where we've got the Brutus. I'm not a fan of this one, and they've also snuck in the Relic. Unfortunately, everything else here is pretty average. The Palisade mask might be worth picking up for some. Over at the campus we've got the Commando, not a fan, I'm going to be passing. And unfortunately everything else again is very mediocre. Do yourself a favour, save your resources. Now for our Dark Zone vendors, we're going to start at DZ West where we do have the Virginian. Remember there are some reworks and gear sets coming in the future that will impact rifles, so this might be worth picking up. But the rest of the gear can be obtained in the open world and nothing here is that good. Down at DZ South, we've got the Strategic Alignment Backpack. It's got a skill tier, status effect. You can swap that health to skill damage. We do have a Vector that's already got measured on it, so you can roll on damage to targets out of cover, but I'd save my resources. This Fenris Concussion Backpack's not too bad. The weapon damage is okay. It's got crit hit chance. Swap the health to crit hit damage. And the last stop for this week is going to be at DZ East where we've got the Hollow Man mask. It's got armor and it does come with crit hit chance. This one is worth picking up because it is a DZ exclusive and can be a little bit tricky to obtain. Unfortunately champions, there's nothing else here that sparks any interest, so that's going to wrap it up for this week's vendor reset. If you are interested in the daily targeted loot, it's on your screen now. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, shooting, and giving them hell. And I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.